Hi subscribers and viewers, I want to welcome you back to OWUUBII channel. Welcome to this wonderful channel once more. So in this video I'm going to show you some little tricks in mikrotik. Some do know, some don't know as well. And so all this trick is about have you found yourself in a situation whereby you are an IT engineer in an organization, and then during working hours you found some staff of yours visiting certain sites which are mostly streaming sites, and then they end up obstructing your bandwidth. I mean your internet, the usage of the internet. You don't really feel it as you're supposed to feel it, all because of their streaming behavior on the internet, right? There is a way you can block that particular domain. You know, some domains comes with multiple IPs, right? If you're able to target the domain, you will be able to successfully target the entire IP range of that particular domain. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that in mikrotik firewall. So kindly stay tuned and focus on this channel. Thank you. So without wasting time, let me quickly get into the Winbox. I've actually opened it already. I'm inside the Winbox, and Winbox is a mikrotik proprietary tool, okay, for configuration of the mikrotik router. So let's quickly go to IP, and then under IP you see firewall. Under firewall, quickly come to address list. Okay, so at this point I'm going to type a domain, okay, and any domain, it could be Google, CNN, whatever. I'm going to type it, and it's going to give me the list of IPs that falls under it, and per this recommendation of this range of IPs, I'm going to use it to block this particular domain, which means any IP that comes through this particular domain is still going to be blocked unless the IP has not been listed here. So let me quickly add. Let me say I want to block CNN. Okay, so let me here, this is where you need to type the domain, okay, of CNN, and then you apply. You see it has fetched an IP for me, which is dynamically generated. Okay, let's go to ones which comes with a lot of IPs. Okay, so let's say facebook.com. www.facebook.com. Apply and okay. Okay, Facebook only gives me this IP. I know there are a lot of IPs which is supposed to be given. Let me try another one. Let's say Twitter. Great. So Twitter is giving me these IPs. Okay, let me get another one for which one is even popular. Let me try YouTube and see. Okay, so YouTube. Apply and okay. YouTube gives me list of IP. So in order for me to differentiate between these domains, I need to give it a unique name. So this is Twitter, okay, and this is YouTube. Right, so if you notice, And so this list of IPs are dynamically generated. Okay, see them. Let me create another one, which is I want a more popular one, one that will give me more IPs. Let's say Yahoo. Okay, great. Yahoo has also given me a list of IPs which falls under the same domain. Okay, and so this is Yahoo. Great. Now these are just a couple of examples I've just done to show you, and these are dynamically generated. Okay, if you put the cursor on it, you'll be able to see that these are dynamically generated. It gives you the time and date it was created as well. And so quickly come onto this part, which this address list that has been created can be used for almost all these services under firewall. Okay, so example, I want to block YouTube. Okay, yes, I want to block YouTube. So destination address, no, I need to rather come to advanced destination address list. You need to select the particular domain you want to block, right? And so drop, and then give a comment. Maybe block YouTube, right? You apply and okay, and then you move it upwards. You prioritize it. So this is our rule we've just created to block YouTube, which means any IP which is going to fall under this domain is going to be blocked. Okay, okay. In the same vein, if you want to allow people to access this domain on this particular network, you can simply create a rule forward, come to the advanced tab of the new firewall rule, select the address list, let's say YouTube. Okay, and at this point, if you want to target a specific IP address, let's say an IP address that falls within this range of IP, let's say this IP address. Okay, you don't want this particular IP address to get access, or okay, in this case we want this particular IP to have access to YouTube. This is the rule we can also create in order to use the address list. So you do this, you specify the particular IP here, you come to advanced, and then you select the address list, action, accept. When you're done, you click OK, and in this case, let's give it a comment, accept YouTube on this LAN. Okay, simple. You can, the comment is just a comment, you can put anything there, and then what, we prioritize it by bringing it up here somewhere. And so this particular IP is supposed to have access to YouTube. Okay, and then down here the rule is what, this the address list called YouTube should be blocked from this entire network. Okay, so this is the two different rules we've created by utilizing the address list. The other way is we want to fast track the connection of perhaps Twitter. Okay, just come here and configure a rule which is forward, come to advanced tab, and then select the destination address. So we said Twitter, right? Come to action and click on fast track connection. Let's give it a comment. So fast Twitter. Okay, click OK, apply, and prioritize it. It simply means we've told the router to quicken the internet connection of Twitter, and this is what we've just done. Okay, this stray stuff. So we've fast tracked Twitter. We've asked the router to only accept this IP address request to access YouTube, and then here we've blocked the entire network from accessing YouTube. So these are the things you can do with the address list. We can do more than this. Let's try and create another rule, firewall rule. Okay, let's say output. Okay, so we want this entire output of address list, which is Yahoo, to be accessed out there. Okay, so accept, then you give it a comment. So the same rule applies, just using the address list. And this is how you can get the domains, the different IPs that falls under these particular domains. Okay, so these are the domain, these are the IPs that falls under them. Okay, we can do more and you'll be able to see in real time. Example, let's check on this Office, I think 360. So Office 360, 365. Okay, so www.office365.com. This is going to give me a whole lot of IPs. So this is the IPs which has been generated for me. Okay, and based on these IPs, you can simply come back to the firewall rule tab and generate a rule or create a rule according to how you want it to work, and then you apply the address list onto this rule you've created. So it affects the entire domain. It doesn't select one IP and then leaves it. When everything is done successfully, you obviously see traffic going on here. Okay, alright, so we've come to the end of this video. Subscribers and viewers, we've come to the end of this video, and I believe you understood perfectly how this configuration works. Alright, thank you for watching again. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, share my videos, and comment on my videos as well. Thanks.